It's not over until I win. Nobody believes in you. At least that's what it feels like. You've tried before. You've failed before. And if you're honest with yourself, you've failed more times than you can comfortably count. There were moments when you were full of hope, moments when the future seemed clear, almost guaranteed. But life didn't follow the script you imagined. Plans collapsed, opportunities disappeared, people who once supported you slowly stopped asking about your progress, some stopped answering your calls entirely. And now here you are, standing in the middle of what feels like another loss. The lights might literally be off in your life right now. Or maybe they're just dim. Maybe your bank account is empty. Maybe your confidence is bruised. Maybe your dream feels farther away than it ever has. But something strange is happening inside you. Even after everything, you're still thinking about that dream. You still see it when you close your eyes. Every day, quietly, almost stubbornly, you review it in your mind. You imagine the life you want. The person you want to become. The moment when everything finally works. And every day, you whisper something to yourself. It's not over until I win. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. That voice in your mind will ask questions you don't want to hear. Maybe it's not meant for you. Maybe you're wasting your time. Maybe other people were right. Doubt is clever, it doesn't shout. It whispers. And those whispers become loudest during difficult seasons. During the nights when you're tired. During the mornings when nothing seems to be improving. During the long stretches when effort produces no visible results. But here's something important to understand. Difficult seasons don't arrive to stay forever. They arrive to pass through your life. Like storms. A storm can shake everything around you, it can make the sky look endless and dark, but eventually the clouds move on. Storms are temporary. Growth is permanent. Some days will feel heavy. On those days it's easy to say, I'm having a bad day. But maybe that's not the right way to see it. Maybe some days are not bad days. Maybe they are character-building days. Days when patience is tested. Days when resilience is forged quietly beneath the surface. Days when you discover whether your dream is simply a wish or something you're truly committed to. Because anyone can believe in a dream when things are easy. The real question is, can you believe in it when everything around you says you should? There is a certain type of person in the world. A rare type. These are the people who continue running toward their dreams even when the road disappears beneath their feet. They are not always the most talented. They are not always the most supported. But they are the most hungry. Hunger is a powerful force. It's the difference between someone who tries once and someone who refuses to stop trying. Hungry people keep moving even when they are exhausted. They adjust their plans. They learn new strategies. They try again. Not because it's easy, but because something inside them refuses to accept defeat. Your time in this world is limited. Every single person receives the same 24 hours each day. And one of the greatest tragedies in life is spending those hours chasing someone else's expectations. Living someone else's version of success. Trying to fit into a mold that was never designed for you. It's easy to fall into that trap. Society has many voices. Family expectations. Social pressure. Opinions from people who believe they know what's best for you. But sometimes those voices become so loud that you forget something important. Your life belongs to you. If life knocks you down, and it will, you have a choice. You can stay where you landed. Or you can do something simple but powerful. You can look up. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Falling down is not failure. Staying down is. And every time you rise again, you become stronger than before. The truth is, changing your life is not easy. It never has been. If transformation were simple, everyone would achieve it. But the difficulty of the journey is exactly what gives it meaning. Struggle builds strength. Challenges create resilience. And adversity teaches lessons that comfort never could. Inside you, there are abilities you haven't fully discovered yet. Strengths you haven't fully developed. Ideas you haven't fully explored. When you face adversity, those hidden abilities begin to surface. You learn how adaptable you are, how creative you can be, how resilient you become when you refuse to surrender. And slowly, almost invisibly, you begin to reinvent yourself. There will come a moment when you must make a declaration. A moment when you decide what you truly stand for. You will choose whether you stand for fear or courage. Whether you stand for excuses or growth. Whether you stand for comfort or possibility. And when that moment arrives, the decision must come from deep within you. Because the world will always present obstacles. But only you can decide whether those obstacles stop you. Self-belief is not automatic. It must be built. Every day, the world presents messages designed to weaken your confidence. Criticism, doubt, comparison. If you don't actively strengthen your self-belief, those negative messages slowly shape your thinking. You begin to question your ability. You begin to doubt your future. But when you intentionally appreciate your own progress, even the smallest victories, you create a foundation of confidence that grows stronger each day. Take responsibility for your life. Not because everything that happened to you was your fault, but because everything that happens next is your responsibility. Accept where you are. Then decide where you want to go. And begin building the bridge between those 2 points. If you're going to try completely. Not halfway. Not cautiously. Go all the way. Despite rejection. Despite uncertainty. Despite the possibility of failure. Because the experience of giving everything you have to something meaningful is one of the most powerful feelings a human being can experience. There is nothing like it. One day, when you look back on this chapter of your life, you will see something clearly. You will see that the struggle was not your enemy. It was your teacher. The long nights taught patience. The failures taught wisdom. The setbacks taught resilience. And all of it prepared you for the moment when success finally arrived. So if you're going to chase your dream, chase it fully. Commit completely. Push forward relentlessly. Because the most powerful declaration you can ever make is simple. Not to the world, but to yourself. A declaration spoken quietly with absolute certainty. No matter how bad it is. No matter how difficult it becomes. No matter how many times you fall. You will rise again. You will continue. You will fight for the life you imagine. Because for you, it's not over. Until you win. Inside you there is a quieter voice. It doesn't shout. It doesn't compete with the noise of the world. But it speaks with honesty. It tells you what excites you. What matters to you. What kind of life would actually make you feel alive. That voice is your intuition. Your inner compass. And despite all the confusion life can bring, that inner voice often already knows who you want to become. Everything else is secondary. Life can become dark sometimes. Everyone experiences moments when hope feels distant. Moments when the future looks uncertain. Moments when the weight of failure presses down heavily. But even in the darkest situations, there is always some light. It may be small. Just a spark. But even the smallest light breaks the power of darkness. And sometimes that light is simply the decision to keep going. There is something people rarely admit. Other people's opinions are powerful only when you allow them to be. Someone might say you can't succeed. Someone might say your idea won't work. Someone might say you should give up. But those statements are just opinions. They are not facts. And someone's opinion about you does not have to become your reality. In fact, the people who cannot see your vision often struggle because they cannot see beyond their own limitations. They judge the future using the boundaries of their own imagination. But your imagination doesn't have to be limited by theirs. There is greatness inside you. Maybe you don't always feel it. Maybe your current circumstances hide it. But potential doesn't disappear simply because progress is slow. It waits. Waiting for discipline. Waiting for courage. Waiting for the moment when you decide that your dream deserves everything you can give it. Dreams are not built casually. They demand effort. They demand sacrifice. Sometimes they demand long nights, early mornings, and the willingness to continue when no one else is watching. There will be moments when you must give up comfort. Moments when sleep is replaced by planning. Moments when doubt whispers louder than encouragement. But those are the moments that shape the future. Because success rarely belongs to those who want something occasionally. It belongs to those who pursue it relentlessly.